Hi, welcome to Penny's Crafty Creations. Thanks for taking time out of your day to hang out, chit chat, craft, and create with me. Today I'm trying something new. I'm playing around with stamp clusters and watercolor, and it's Wednesday, so we'll call it the hashtag Watercolor Wednesday as well. Just make sure I got my stamp on here correctly. Using this ink again, the palette Noir Black and watercolors, and I've already stamped out a lot of them already, so I'm just gonna finish stamping, and I'm kind of trying to add them little mishmash here and there on my clusters. I think that looks good. I'm just gonna clean this stamp off with a little bit of that water for now. And I'm using this stamp set. I got this from, I think it was Temu. It's got some beautiful stamps on here. So I thought I would use this one. And I think that's all I want for my clusters, because I don't want them to be too big, but I do have some space here. So I think we'll add this one here to that, because it's such a good space right there. And it's so big that we can make that a giant cluster right there. And then we have some space down here, so we'll fill that in too. And I'm just using the water from my thing here to clean that. A little pink there, because I tried to do it up here. I tried a different stamp just to see if it was going to work out there, and it didn't work out very well right there. But I do like that. And do you want to add any more? I think right here could use another one. So let's go with this one here. So Watercolor Wednesday is hosted by Side Gig Crafts, and I'll link her down below. It says, "Hey Penny." I will link her channel down below as well. And I've just been experimenting with all the different techniques I can use with watercolor. Okay, so that is that stamp set, and I got a little bit of watercolor on the back there because I laid it right on top of it. So it's a really nice stamp set. Let's see if I can turn this. That's the stamp set. It's really pretty. It's got some gorgeous stamps on there, tickets and whatnot. So I will try to remember to link this down below. It's been a while since I purchased it. I'm not sure if I still have the link for it, but I will do my best. Okay, so we're going to put that over here. We're all set with those. And now that my ink is dry, we're just going to go ahead and mix in some watercolors. And I'm just taking them and brushing them wherever they may go. We're just gonna kind of do it, let it take its toll kind of thing with the organic, I think is what it's called. Just let it do what it wants to do. We've got some beautiful orange here. Kind of get that faded out a little bit. And let's add a little bit of orange into here. And over here. We want to get that so that each one kind of has the same color scheme. Let's do a little bit of green as well. Well, that's it's not the green I expected it to be. It's like a dark green, almost like a hunter. Thought it'd be like a Kelly green. But it looks pretty, so we'll go with it. Let's do some yellow. I think this is my favorite yellow here. Such a pretty yellow. I kind of want to get my whole page covered. Even my mistakes up here, because I can use that for something else later. I'm just dipping my brush in and then letting the paint do its thing. Trying to get it everywhere. So we have a little bit of yellow on everything, a little bit of green on everything. I go back to that green because down here doesn't have any of it. And let's go a little bit of this blue. Looks like a pretty blue. Oh, it kind of came across as green. It's quite pretty though, right? Like that blue. Kind of blends in with it. So I'm kind of doing it like a rainbow theme. I love this purple. Let's get a little of that pink in there. Such a pretty purple. Okay, so we gotta get that purple everywhere as well. I'm just gonna go kind of streaking it purple throughout wherever I see white. A little bit here, a little bit here. All right, there we go. That's gonna dry a little bit and then we'll come back and chop it up. All right, so we're dry. Feels a little bit chalky, but that's gonna happen. I'm just really excited for these to be done here. So these are going to be a little altered later on because they were messed up while we were trying to figure this out. So I'm going to try and like go around just a little bit. Kind of like have a little border around it. And they're not 100% dry right now, but they're dry enough that we can take a look at them. Isn't that pretty? Love it. And then we'll save these pieces for a masterboard later on. So just chopping them up. I may go around after they're completely dry and add some ink to the outside. Just to, you know, make them pop a little bit more. And there's our other one. Really nice. Really loving how these turned out. And that stamp inky, I love that ink for this kind of work. I tried to do it with pen. Now, it works, but the pen kind of ate up the watercolors, like kind of brush them around and stuff, as you can see here. Kind of like dug into it. So, I mean, it does work. And then I was on an angle when I did it. But I don't know how I feel about it yet. I may add to it. That's why I haven't chopped it up yet. Because it really bugs me that the pen and the markers went right into it. I tried pen first. And then it started to dig in it. And I tried a marker and it dug into it. So I just went through and did them. I wanted to have them like strips, but then when I realized afterwards, because I was sitting watching TV doing it, it was on an angle like this, so I was just going ahead. And then when I finished it, I'm like, wait a minute, they kind of go like this. So to cut, I'll do one strip so you can see what I mean. It's not an even strip, so I have to cut on an angle on the top, and then it just doesn't look right. It looks a little weird. But my thought was to cut them up anyways, like this. So, I mean, that will work. Having those little cluster, like, they work, but that's not what I wanted them for. I really wanted them to be like a bookmark that I could put into a journal. I mean, I can still put them into a journal. It's just going to be, you know, as a little something different. There's that one. Really pretty. It's not what I wanted to do with them, but they will work for the project. They're just not going to be the way that I really wanted them to be. So I'm kind of like fussy cutting them. So my clusters are going to look a little clustered. So you get all around there, and then once they're completely dried, like I said, they're still a little bit wet. Once they're completely dried, I'll probably go through with some walnut stain or the black soot for the distress inks and ink them up a little bit around the edges just to add a little bit more to them before I put them into projects. So there we go. That is them. They look really cute and they came out really nice and beautifully stacked tickets. I really love how they came out. They're so pretty. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and be sure to check out the hashtag and see how many wonderful channels are taking part in this. And I will try to remember, if you're interested, to link this stamp down below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.